What's good? Today is Thursday, but not just any Thursday. This Catalog Thursday. I am Ervin EP Pope, and I'm going to bring you something in my catalog that I either played on, produced, or was affiliated in some form. Today is a little bit different. I've been getting a lot of calls. A lot of people have been hitting me up like, look, man, we understand. We see the lights, and we see the stage, and we see the accolades, and the awards, and the platinums, and the golds. But where did it start? What did it take? What did it take for you to get there? Well, today, I'm going to give you a little insight on the journey. Yeah, let's talk about the journey. Come on. So where do I start? I guess I'm gonna start at the beginning. All right, it's a long story. Look, so my very first job, I was 10 or 11 years old. I worked at Way Out Burger in Watts. Shout out to Scurv, gave me my first job. Worked at a hamburger stand. I was mopping the floors, taking out trash. I was willing to do whatever because I wanted things and I wasn't gonna settle. So from that job, I think my next job was an after-school job. A summer job. I worked for WLCAC in the summer. For y'all in the hood, y'all know what that is. My next job after that, an after-school job, I worked at for Montgomery Wards in Southgate. My very first job in the Fortune 500 company, okay? From that job, I graduated high school, and then right out of high school, I worked for Anthony's Body Shop, my family's body shop. Anthony's Body Shop, Texas Towing. Shout out to Rachel Lynch, Audrey Lynch for giving me my shot. I worked there for several years. I learned how to paint cars, sand cars, mass cars. I learned what insurance adjusters were. I learned the whole insurance game through that. But then I had pressure to go to school, so I went to LA Trade Tech. The only thing about that, I was in the classroom and I was sitting there. It's hard, and you students know it's hard to study when you're hungry. I was literally hungry, man. And then one day my friend asked me to take him on a job interview. So I drove him. I'm sitting in the lobby waiting on him to come out. And the guy who was interviewing came out and said, "Hey, you." I'm like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, you want an interview?" I'm looking like, "An interview? Why, sure, I'll take an interview." So he said, "What do you do?" I don't know, none of it, because he went for a carpenter job. And I'm like, he's like, "What do you like to do?" I said, "I like to draw." He said, "You like to paint?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like to paint." He said, "You're hired, you're a painter." So I work for Bullock's department store, is an upscale department store prior to Macy's buying them. So I was a maintenance painter. I used to go around to all the stores, paint the stores. Long story short, Macy's bought Bullock's, so that killed that job. So I worked as a statement mailing. They gave me another job. I was working the big mail machine. From that, I left there and I went to a medical billing place. I think it was called TPC. Shout out to Karen, gave me that job. And from that job, I got hired at TRW, which is a space and defense company, later on owned by Northrop Grumman. I was a buyer. I did 10 years there, 10 years straight. I'm vested there, matter of fact. But all along, check this out. All along, I was investing in my career. I had jobs to invest and support my career, because I always knew I was born to do this, but I was willing to work for it. I vowed not to be one of them bum dudes who didn't have nothing because I was chasing this dream. No shade to anybody else getting any other way. This was my mindset. This got me through it. And yeah, so that's a part of the journey of getting here. So it funded everything. We didn't have the luxury for everything to be in a computer or a laptop. And like, I had to buy a keyboard, I had to buy a drum machine, I had to buy a mixer, I had to buy DAT machines or tape machines and tapes. And this was before computers was in the music game. So I can go on and on and on, but that's a little bit of my journey. I was never afraid to work. I was always willing to put the work in to get where I am. And the journey continues. So next week, I'm gonna bring you something else. This is just a little bit. I can't tell it all in this episode, but keep coming back, man. Next Thursday, I'm gonna bring you something else out of my catalog that you probably had no idea I was affiliated with, produced. Till next week, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be cool. Peace.